Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Good morning and welcome back to another Good Morning Grief Devotion. It's your bye, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. Yo, I'm so excited, so grateful, and thankful to have this wonderful opportunity to come to you today. It leads you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Hey, this is the daily grief devotion that is strategically designed to help you to navigate through your grief. How? One day at a time. What is grief? I'm so glad you asked. Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural, normal, and necessary response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. That grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how you reveal it on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. And I'm so glad that you're here with us on today as we lead you in a very special way in today's Good Morning Grief Devotion. Yo, if this lesson is always a blessing to you, make sure you like, share, tag somebody in this post. Go to YouTube, get the link, send it to somebody. Let them know that every single day in a very special way, we are intentionally coming together to help people to navigate through this thing called grief. And I hope and pray it's been a blessing to you. How many of y'all did the grief exercise yesterday? Amen. I'm scared to ask because I don't know if y'all did it or not. How many of y'all did the grief exercise yesterday where you put the water under the sink, amen, to kind of symbolize the power of patience in this process? Y'all don't have to answer because I don't want my feelings to be hurt. But I hope y'all were able to do it. I know at least two people did it. I hope y'all were able to do that simple exercise so that it could really paint the picture and let you know how powerful it is when it comes to grief and how we got to be patient with the process, right? How we got to be patient with the process when we navigate through this thing called grief. So I hope the lesson was a blessing to you. Looking forward to our lesson on today. It's going to be a blessing. And so today is day 28. We're going to talk about the courage to remember. The courage to remember. Let's talk about it, y'all. Sometimes grief makes us afraid to remember. Afraid of the pain memories might bring, right? Yet remembering, before we get to that, afraid of the pain that the memories might bring. Sometimes we get afraid to remember. A lot of times it's the pain that the memories will bring because most of us, we long for it again, right? We long for a memory again. We long for a minute again. We long for a moment again. So some of us don't even want to remember. It's too painful. And we try to push it out of our mind. That's when we start to suppress. That's when we start to ignore. That's when we just, let me just not think about it because I don't want to feel what I feel when I do think about it. So some of us, we don't want to remember. And perhaps maybe that's not you. But believe you me, I have encountered those that this is their sentiment, right? It's the pain of memories that it might bring. Yet remembering, here it is an act of courage. That it keeps the love alive and it reminds us of the moments that mattered most, right? It's an act of courage because it keeps the love alive. The love does not die. The love that you died for, the love that you have for the individual that has transitioned, that love does not die. Remembering, it keeps that love alive. And not only does it keep the love alive, but it reminds us of the moments that mattered. And I know there's a part of us, we wish we had that moment again. We wish we had that minute again. We wish we could make more moments and more memories. But remembering, it is the gift that God gives us of what we once had. Remembering is the gift that God gives us of what we once had, right? Oh, and it's y'all, it is such a precious gift. I say this all the time, y'all, and a lot of times I repeat myself just because repetition is the key to really understanding, having a great understanding that, you know, the song says better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. We understand that grief is the price we pay for love, right? We get the opportunity, the wonderful opportunity to love and to be a mother and to be a father, to be a husband, to be a wife, to be a son, and to be a daughter, to be a brother, and to be a sister. God gives us that wonderful opportunity. And grief, y'all, oftentimes that it comes attached with the price we pay for that, because we got the opportunity to love. It's just like going out to a restaurant, right? You go out to a restaurant, you eat, you enjoy, you sit there, and you get served, and you enjoy the food, the salmon, the steak, the filet mignon, right? You enjoy all of that. All these potatoes are marvelous. All this drink is so wonderful. We do all of that enjoying. And in the end, what do? They come, they put a little, when you get ready, they come, they come, they come, here you go. When you get ready, no rush, no rush, but when you get ready, no rush, no rush, but when you get ready, I said this, yeah, you're going to have to pay for this. You got to pay for this service. You got to pay for that filet mignon. You got to pay for that salmon. You got to pay for them crab legs and that lobster bisque soup, right? We got to pay for it's a price tag that comes with it. And while we loved it, and while it was so delicious and it was so fulfilling, and oh my God, it was so great, we loved it. It comes with a price tag. And you don't leave there without paying the price. Same thing when it comes to love. When it comes to love, we have those moments. We have that time of fulfillment. We have that time of joy. We have all of that. And y'all, it comes with the price tag, right, of grief. It comes with the price tag of grief. All of those moments we seen them growing up, the moments we shared going on vacations, the moments we shared in the house, laughter and love, living, the minutes, moments, man, all of that stuff, understanding that one day for all of us, either for them or for you, watch this, one day it's going to come to an end. When it comes to an end, that's what we have, the love that lingers, right? And we have the memories, right? And for sometimes, watch this, because we just want another memory. We just want another minute. We just want another moment. For many of us, we just shut down and we don't want to remember because we can't have any more. So we don't want to remember. And I get it. But I really want you to understand how all of those minutes, moments, and memories, those were gifts. And even now, the ability to remember, the ability to have had those moments, right? It's such a precious gift. It's such a precious gift. And so what do? Right? It takes courage to remember. It keeps the love alive. And it reminds us of the moments that mattered most. This is what you got to do. Let yourself lean into those memories, no matter how bittersweet. Let yourself lean into those memories. That is an act of grief and gratitude. When you let yourself lean into those memories, you are grateful. It's an act of gratitude for the time, for what God gave you, right? But it's also part of grief. It's part of you navigating through the process. And if you lean into those memories and you break down, relief brings about release. Release brings about relief. You lean into those memories, right? Lean into those memories and you cry. That's good. That's part of the process. You break down. That's good. It's not a bad thing. It's part of the process, right? Your heart aches and breaks. That's good. That's part of the process. Psalm 34 and 18. God says, I'm close to the brokenhearted. I save those who are crushed in spirit. But what you can't do, you can't go through the rest of your life ignoring. You can't go through the rest of your life not remembering. You can't go through the rest of your life just throwing it out of your mind. Nah, lean into those memories, right? So we lean into the memories, no matter how bittersweet. Celebrate the stories, the laughter, even the lessons learned. Celebrate those stories. Talk about them. Tell them. Celebrate the laughter. Celebrate the lessons learned, right? Talk about it, dive into it. Memories are the bridge between the past and the present, connecting you to the one you've lost. Those memories are the bridge between the past and the present. It connects you to those that we've lost, right? Here's the point of application, y'all. Recall one cherished memory today. Write it down, share it with someone close to you. Let the act of remembering bring a sense of comfort and connection. Recall one cherished memory today. Recall one cherished memory today. Write it down, share it with someone close to you. Let that act of love, of remembering, bring a sense of comfort and connection. Today is day 28. Told you we was going to get this thing straight. It is the courage to remember. Whew, I hope and pray this lesson was a blessing to each and every one of you. I hope this lesson was a blessing. I hope the lesson was a blessing, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. Y'all keep on, hang on in there. I'm telling you, we're going to make it. We're going to navigate through one day at a time. One day at a time, 1 minute, one moment, lesson by lesson, devotion by devotion, step by step. We're going to continue to navigate through this process and allow God to see us through. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all with the love of the Lord. I will most definitely thank you for all your help. Robin, we got you, praying for you. Losing a patient can be very difficult, and so keeping you lifted up in prayer on today. Make sure y'all keep her lifted up in prayer on today. And man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. All right. All right. Let's go.